Was good, y'all? Rich Sosa back in the building, man. And today, I got a very special banger lined up for y'all. I got the multi-position defender, but this version is going to be coming with pro dribble moves. So that is definitely something that I know y'all are going to want to stay tuned for. 3 different versions also means 3 different badge setups as well as the stats. The takeovers are going to change as well. So again, y'all know I put in work to bring y'all the best possible versions of this build. I have made this before, but I did not make it with pro dribble moves, and now that we have finally found it, I'm bringing it to y'all. So before we get into the banger, man, I just want to say thank y'all so much to the Rich gang as well as any new supporters coming through. But man, y'all already know what y'all need to do. Be sure to hit that sub button if you're new. Now, y'all are also going to want to throw on those post notifications so y'all can catch me in tomorrow's video as well. Let's go ahead and get into the making of this build. So first, what you want to go ahead and do is put it under the shooting guard position. That is a key step to making this version with the pro dribble moves. When it comes to the height, weight, and wingspan, all of these are going to stay the same when it comes to the 3 different versions that I'm bringing y'all. So that is a really good thing. When it comes to the height, go with 6'7". I was considering going with the lowest weight, but you want to be able to defend any type of player as well as build. So go ahead and put it at 209. That is going to be really balanced. And then from there, what you want to go ahead and do is max out the wingspan. And now let's go ahead and get into the first version of the build. So what you want to go ahead and do is put your driving dunk as well as your driving layup both to a 94. Now, when it comes to the post control, you can put this to either 79 or 80. I'm going to put it to 80 for the 15 badges. And now when it comes to the shooting side of things, put both your mid-range as well as your three-pointer to an 82. You cannot go anything over or you're going to change up the build name. And then when it comes to the free throw, we're going to be able to actually pretty much max this out at 94. That's going to give us 14 shooting badges. Now let's go ahead and get into the playmaking side of things. To get the pro dribble moves, go ahead and put your pass accuracy to a 50, put your ball handle to a 79, and then when it comes to the speed with ball, go ahead and max this out. If you go over the 79 ball handle, you're going to change up the build name, so you have to grind this build out at least to a 96 overall to get those pro dribble moves, which is honestly nothing in the long run. Now when it comes to the defensive side of things, what you want to go ahead and do is max out your interior at 82, put your perimeter at the same thing at 82 as well. And then when it comes to your steal and block, we're maxing both of these out. Then when it comes to the rebound, go ahead and put your defensive up to a 65. Offensive will be brought up to a 40, and that's going to give us 26 badges. And now when it comes to the physicals, max out your speed, acceleration, strength, and then go ahead and put your vertical all the way up to an 84. And then when it comes to the stamina, go ahead and put it up to a 60. Now, this is the first version of the build, really balanced, but again, with these next couple of versions that I'm going to be bringing y'all, you're going to be able to get more badges in the playmaking as well as possibly even the defense. It just depends what you want to go ahead and do and how you make this build. Now for the second version of this build, if you want to, you can even max out the vertical to get that 99 once you grind this build out and get that gym rat badge. So as you can see right here, the vertical is going to go up to a 91. We still maintain a really nice badge setup, and honestly, you can even change it up even more to where we're going to get more playmaking badges. So let's go ahead and take a quick look at the third version. This one right here is the second with the higher vertical, but again, you take a minor hit on some of your stats. It really just comes down to what you're comfortable with. Now let's go ahead and get into the next and final version of this build. This one, I saved it for last because honestly, it's going to be my most favorite. Once you see the stats as well as this badge setup, it does not even look like it's going to be a multi-position defender. So what you want to go ahead and do first is take off some of your stats from your free throw to where you're still going to maintain those 10 shooting badges. As you can see, I did adjust the defense a little bit by taking off the rebounding, and then from there I hired my pass accuracy. But when it comes to the physical side of this build, you still maintain all the athletic ability. The defensive badges are still really nice. We get 10 shooting as well as 10 playmaking. So honestly, in my opinion, this build and this version is going to be better than the other two. But again, if you want to go ahead and be more safer with it, not risking as much, you can can definitely make one of the other 2 versions that I did bring to y'all. All 3 of these are going to be really good. It just comes down to your playstyle and your comfort level. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at what these takeovers are going to be. So as you can see right here, we do get the slashing, also do get the sharpshooting, which is going to be really nice with this build. Then we do get both of the defensive takeovers, lockdown, as well as the rim protecting. So with my decision, personally, I do like to pick the offensive takeovers first. In my opinion, it helps me get the second takeover a lot easier. So what I'm going to go ahead and do, if I'm going to be going for more dunks, I would highly consider picking one of these slashing takeovers first. But if you're more of a shooter, go ahead and pick spotted precision just to be all around better. And then when it comes to the second takeover, I'm going to be going with extreme clamps. And as y'all can see, we have made the multi-position defender. I really like that we get this build name with the pro dribble moves, a high badge count in all of the areas. So honestly, this has to be one of the more and most rare builds that we have ever seen when it comes to this game. Let's take a quick look at some of the main stats once we hit 99. So when it comes to the driving layup and the driving dunk, essentially these will be 99. Post control is going to be in the high 80s. When it comes to the shooting, if you're running with the right teammates as well as grinding this build out and getting those shooting boosts, you're going to be in the 90s when it comes to your shooting. Then we get the pro dribble moves, the elite defense. Everything on this build is just going to be really crazy, and honestly, a lot of people are not going to expect it because of these pro dribble moves that we get. So that is something that I think is going to be really key about this multi-position defender build compared to others. So what you want to go ahead and do when it comes to the playmaking badges, in my opinion, you could go with quick first step on gold for sure first, but from there, special delivery is a badge that I would keep on first until you get those pro dribble moves. Once you get the pro dribble moves, in my opinion, you're going to be completely fine to go with handles for days on either Hall of Fame or even on gold. Stop and go is going to be another good badge that I would consider once you do get the pro dribble moves, but until then, I would keep on special delivery just to help out my teammates as well as myself. Now, when it comes to the shooting, we got 10 badges. There are a lot of badges that we can pick from, but I'm going to go ahead and be real with y'all. On my main build, I only get 7 shooting badges, and I like to run gold hot zone hunter as well as catch and shoot. And then from here, I put on bronze corner specialist and I leave it at that. With this build, in my opinion, if you want to go for more luxury badges, go ahead and put on deep threes. But if you want to take it off and put on other badges that are going to help you out more, I would put on clutch shooter on bronze and then go ahead and put on green machine. You could either raise any of these badges or go to silver tiers. It really just comes down to your preference and your liking. But with mine, it really comes down to what's going to help you shoot more and better at a consistent rate. So that's why I'm going to go with the setup right here. But if you want to go ahead and change it, feel free to what you like. Let's go ahead and get into the next set of badges, which is going to be the finishing. So for the finishing side, I do have to say we get a good amount of badges, which is honestly going to be more helpful. So first, go ahead and put on posterizer on Hall of Fame. From here, we have a couple of different badges that we really have to consider when it comes to the setup. So first, I'm going to go ahead and put on Lob City Finisher on bronze. From here, I'm going to go with Heat Seeker, or you could go with Highlight Film. Either of these badges is going to be a plus to have on. If you put both of them on, more power to you. But with me, I'm going to go ahead and put on Heat Seeker as well as Slithery Finisher. Then with the last badge, you could put on Putback Boss just for animation purposes, or you could even upgrade your Lob City Finisher from bronze to silver. Acrobat is going to be another badge that I would highly consider, but remember that with this build, we're going to be able to use those post scoring badges. So remember that we could put on Dream Shake or even Postman Technician. I'm going to go ahead and leave it up to y'all, but let's go ahead and get into the defense now. When it comes to these 22 badges, you want to be able to put on all the badges that are going to matter most. So first, go ahead and put on Intimidator on Hall of Fame. From here, I'm going to go with Bronze, Chase Down Artist, as well as Interceptor. Now, another badge that I like to put on any build that can get it is going to be Rim Protector on Hall of Fame. From here, I want to keep my badge count at even, so I'm going to go ahead and put on Clamps on Silver. If you want to go ahead to put it to gold, you definitely can do so, but I want to really use these last 10 badges and honestly think about what we put on. Now, I'm going to go ahead and put on Bronze Pick Dodger as well as Tireless Defender. If you want to, you could go with Hall of Fame Hot Stopper or even ankle braces. But in my opinion, I feel like ankle braces on silver is going to be just enough. So if you want to go ahead and leave it like that, you definitely can do so. And then from here, you could go ahead and put on Clutch Defender on Hall of Fame. I keep it on Hall of Fame on my main build, and honestly, I feel like it makes a huge difference. But with the last badge, honestly, I'm going to go ahead and leave it up to y'all. In my opinion, there are going to be so many different defensive badges that you can use, and honestly, they're really going to help you out. You will learn something new about each and every badge if you try them out. In my opinion, I feel like that is the best way to go about which badge setup you're going to like best. But this is going to be the final badge setup that we're going to go with for this build: 22, 10, 10, and 15. Thank y'all so much to the Rich Gang as well as any new supporters for watching this entire video through. It means so much to me, man, and I really appreciate it. I hope y'all have a great day. But man, y'all already know what y'all need to do. Be sure to hit that sub button if you're new. To the Rich Gang as well as any new supporters, be sure to run up those likes. I would appreciate it. It helps me out so much. Go ahead and share this banger with your family and friends. And last but not least, don't forget to turn on post notice so y'all can see when I upload every single day. Man, with all that being said, I got one last thing to say. Rich out.